Welcome back to the Big Sean Show. Now, in this video, I want to talk about how we used to pay our Iraqi counterparts like we're the mob. So, this particular day, we had to go out to a pumping station outside of Kirkuk, and we had about 20 to 30 Iraqi security guards that we had trained for. These guys were part of the Iraqi Administrative Security Force. So, we had to go out there as part of our little extra duty to pay these guys. So, before we left, we got a big black trash bags, the 55-gallon trash bags that you would use when you rake your leaves up or whatever. We filled it full of $50,000 worth of Iraqi dinar. Now, this was the old Iraqi dinar when Saddam's picture used to still be on the money. So we filled this bag full up with all this money, hopped in a car. It was just myself, my father, otherwise known as Mr. Steve, and our interpreter, and we drove out to this site. Okay, nobody else was there, just us. So we show up. We're the only Americans there. We had no support, and we had all the guys getting ready that were getting ready to get paid lined up outside this room. Okay, this little small building. So there was only one way to get in, one way to get out. So my dad's sitting at this table. He had stacks of cash in front of him with a list of names, and then he had a loaded pistol on the table. He had a cigarette hanging out of his mouth, and I think he had sunglasses on. And I'm standing in the corner right next to the door so I can watch him and I can watch everybody outside, watch anybody coming in and coming out. I had my AK with a drum magazine, which holds about 50 rounds, I think it was 50 rounds or bullets, sitting in the corner so I can watch him and make sure nobody comes in and tries to rob us, which is known to happen. So my dad would call these guys up one at a time with the help of our interpreter, who was a Kurdish guy named Omid. Awesome guy, loved him. He would call these guys up one at a time. And of course, my dad, Mr. Steve Fashion, would have to say something smart to him, like, why don't you do a little tap dance for me? Or say something crazy to him. And of course, they wouldn't know what he was saying because he was speaking English. And so he'd one at a time pay him the money, cigarette in his mouth, load a pistol, and I'm just sitting back there laughing. I wish I could have videotaped that the whole time. It was hilarious. And so anyway, we went through paying all 20, 30 of these guys, no problem. And let me tell you, I'm going to tell you other stories later on about dealing with these guys. It was hard keeping them in check as far as discipline goes. I mean, you literally had to sit there with an arm, being armed to force them to stand in line properly and not try to run around and be going crazy, cut in front of people. But it was a hilarious scene, running around the countryside with a big bag full of cash and paying these guys like we're the mom, like I said. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this. You guys take care, stay safe.